proactivated is the topic I extracted from activating your professionalism. We all have gifts that we're blessed with, but not every one of us use it. Now, when I say gift and I speak to a lot of people like this, most of the time, some people will say, but I don't have gifts. It's not everybody that has gifts, What are my own gifts, Because when you think of gifts, everybody think about cooking, singing, dancing. Those are the things that come to your mind, and you begin to think, I can't sing, I can't dance, I don't really have gifts. It might not be fair by you saying everybody's got gifts. Now, that's because you are misunderstanding what gift means. Your gifts are your strength, and every person on earth is born with a strength. Every single person has a strength. Now, if you begin to look at it that way, then you understand that everybody has a gift. Everybody has a strength. There's something you're pretty good in. Can you keep a conversation going? Do you know that's a strength? Can you write fast? Do you love writing? Do you know that's a strength? Do you assimilate fast? Do you know that's a strength? You just get things into your head and it just stores and it bank and it stays. Do you know that's a very good strength? Do you speak well? Are you eloquent? Or are you a good public speaker? Do you know that's a very big strength? Can you convince people easily? I'm sure you should know that's a strength in business. Are you good in designing, in coding, in thinking, in creating? Or even in imagining things? Some people cannot even imagine. They can't put things in their mind and just imagine how big some things are. Those things are strengths. And I can name over 1 million because I don't know where I can stop, because these strengths are enormous. We are blessed with it. So now you agree with me that every one of us, we've got one. But we did not proactivate it. Now, how do you know if you are not proactivated? If your alarm clock wakes you up, are you unhappy? Are you unhappy when it's in the morning? When you wake up and you say, hey, wake up, and when you just wake up, you're like, you have that, yeah, that's a good sign to know you are not a proactivated being. Are you unhappy when you need to go to your business? Are you unhappy when you need to go to work? Those are signs to know you are not proactivated. Do you work with some negativity, some resentment, some things in your heart that it's eating to you and you alone, and it's not good? You can also feel that this thing is negative, but you keep it in there. You are not proactivated. Are you fine the way you are? Like, those people, I'm fine the way I am. You are not proactivated. Your gift is your ability to do things at your absolute best with little effort. Let me break it down. There are some things you find yourself that you do easily because it's your strength, it's your gift. Imagine what happens if you catalyze, if you now put effort in that thing. They call somebody to speak. Even from your sleep, you start talking. They call you to sing. From anywhere you are, you start singing. They tell you to write. From anywhere you write. They tell you to design or do a makeup or do a drawing. From anywhere you are, you can easily just do that without preparing for it or with little or no effort. Imagine what happens when you put effort on those things. Imagine. See, being proactivated will help you attain greatness. Now, there is success and there is greatness. See, I cannot call Muhammad Ali successful. I don't think I can use that word. There are some people that you cannot use the word successful for. I can't use the word successful for Ronaldo. I don't know if I'm making sense to some of you. There's success to another level. Then there's greatness when you talk about some people. Now, what gets people to the level of greatness is proactivation. How do I become proactivated? The first thing is use that strength of yours more. Just keep using it. use your strength more. Find every opportunity to use that strength. I begin to wonder when some people say I can write and they are not writing. I can code and they are not coding, and they are waiting for a project before they start coding. I can design and they are not even telling anybody, if you want to design anything, I'm ready to do it for free. Just bring it. I can speak to people, but they're not negotiating. I can convince and they're not in the market. Now, when you have any strength and you've identified it, use it as much as you can, like exhaust it. This is one of the biggest ways to get proactivated. Find every opportunity. Volunteer if need may be. Post it out there. If you need this service for free, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And don't wait for the perfect job or the perfect business to use your strengths. There's some of us here, you're waiting that when Shell UK calls me, that is when they will see me and proactivated me. It's a lie. Some of you, I think, when I start that business, that's when I'm really going to show my professional side. It's false. Now, you got to show who you are professionally, even with the little things. Remember, God is going to try us with the small things. So even at every level you are, be it your shop is a small talk shop, it's a supermarket, it's a small salon, it's a roadside business, you've got to be proactive in those businesses, even at that level, to bring out that skill in you and keep using that strength to the very best. Make sure that you exhaust your strength. Because in the quest of you trying to exhaust your strength, brothers and sisters, you become stronger. Now, the second thing is learn from people using the same strength that you have. Now, this is going to be very tricky now. When I say learn, I want you to learn and study their mistakes. Anybody that see that this person is doing the same thing, is exhibiting the same strength, this person is having the same skills that I've got. Now, I'm not saying to go and learn because they're going to teach you the skills, because of course both of you all got the same strength, but begin to find out what are the things this person is not doing. This person is a coach. I'm also a coach. Let me watch his coach classes, or let me read his books. What are the things he left untouched? Those are the things you must improve on. He's a speaker. How does he speak? What kind of audience is not taking along? Those are the audience you must carry along. What are the ugly things, the wrong things, the mistakes they are making? Then begin to enhance those mistakes. Begin to develop it in a very stronger version in your own self. Now, it's so funny to say, but in your proactivatedness, you gotta do a lot of copying, you gotta do a lot of research, you gotta do a lot of checking. Because the third thing you gotta do is you've got to compete with experts. Compare your works with people who are doing it perfectly well. Now, this is where I said it got tricky. Remember, I did not say compete with people using the same strength. They are your peers, they are your level. I'm saying find their own mistakes and improve on it. Those ones are your level. Push them aside. Now look for experts, global experts, then begin to compete with them. Compete silently with them. Like, if you hear that this person is the best hairdresser in the United States, watch the YouTube of that person and begin to do your own things in line with that person. I'm like, no, I'm going to meet up with this person and I'm going to be better than this person. If you hear this person is the best video editor in the world, I'm talking about the best in the world, download that person. I'm not saying make that person a mentor. I'm saying make that person your level and begin to compete with that person. When you compete with experts, gosh, you do not know the kind of person you are creating. Because right now you are not competing with your neighborhood, you're not competing with your atmosphere, your surroundings, your country. You are competing with the world best, and do not be afraid of doing so. Whatever your strength is, whatever you're good in, or whatever you're chasing, there's somebody that is the best that we know in the world. There are some of them, they are the best. They are already proactivated. Find them, download them, put them down, begin to tell them, you know what? The battle has begun. Within 2 years, they're going to call my name before yours. It looks like it's impossible, right? It is. Another thing you must do is, as you begin to exhibit your strength, ask for feedbacks. Ask for it. Get feedbacks. You just finished speaking in a conference. Ask, how is it? How did I do? What was it like? What did you learn? You're working with your staff. Ask them, what's your feedback? You're working with your boss. Ask for feedback. You know, some people work in a company and they've never asked for a feedback. They've never. Hi boss, how are you doing today? I just want to find out, how am I doing lately? Pick up your books of review so that you can begin to measure your proactiveness. Remember now, you're competing with the world's best. And the best person that can give you feedbacks are those that you are exhibiting those strengths around. They are your unpaid coaches. Now, the fifth thing that I'm going to tell you is quite funny, but it's one of the major signs of a proactivated fellow. Boast about yourself, either in public or in private. Boast about who you are. Boasting is not negative. It's a sign of confidence. See, boasting is defined as speaking with excessive pride and self-satisfaction of one's achievement. Not everybody can boast. Have you seen how Ronaldo does when he scores? It's a boast gesture. Have you seen Muhammad Ali speak? I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. No one in the world. I'm just the greatest. Boast. Get in front of your mirror and begin to tell yourself, you know what, Summy Smart Francis, I'm the best of the best. Nobody's going to do this better than you. I'm the best. I'm a GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time. Haven't you seen Tony Robbins, when he wants to climb the stage and how he pumps himself up? A lot of major international speakers, how they pump themselves up. I remember there was a stage I was supposed to climb. I was climbing 5 years ago. And a very young chap in the team then, his name was Lawrence, very small boy. And he just came to me backstage. They were calling my name and reading my profile. And I'm talking about thousands of, this is the A.Y.E convention. This guy is so small. I think he was like 21 then. And he came to me and he held my jacket. President, you're the best. You're the best. You know the way this guy pumped me up. And I can tell you that remained one of the biggest speech I've ever delivered in my life. He reboosted me by his reboasting about me in front of me. Guys, some of you cannot say anything. If you cannot boast about anything about yourself, then there's a problem somewhere. Then maybe you are the ordinary and not those that are running for greatness. So get into that atmosphere. And as I said, some of you might not want to do it publicly. But don't you wake up again and look at that mirror and not say something to yourself. And I'm not talking about scripture lines or messages from your Quran right now. I'm talking about direct messages in relative to the skill or strength that you possessed. I'm the best in coding. No one on this planet can code better than I do. When I get to that system, I'm going to code in every language. I'm the best in finance. No one can treat the books the way I will. I'm the best with design. I'm the best creatively. I'm the best in music. I'm the best with accounting. I am the best when it comes to customer services. I am the best when it comes to customer relation. I am the best negotiator ever existing on planet Earth. I'm the best salesman. I am the best entrepreneur. You got to say these things to yourself. Do you know one of the things that boasting do? It keeps you accountable and responsible for the word you have uttered. When you come out there and boast publicly, you are in trouble because you have already put yourself in a space that you've got no excuse for failure. You cannot afford to lose. So one of the biggest things you can do is to charge yourself up and put yourself on fire by boasting about who you are and the skill that you possess. Entrepreneurs across the world, this is one of the cheapest and the easiest, but at the same time most expensive way to live a proactivated life. You need to reward yourself as well. Put a price on every target that you accomplish. Tell yourself, if I do this project, I'm going to do this. If I do this project, I'm going to do this for myself. And don't do price on stupid things, for heaven's sake. We are talking about greatness now. So don't do price that if I finish writing my thesis, I'm going to give myself a holiday. That's laziness. Or you just want to jump on a flight. Or if I do this short course certificate, no. I'm talking about projects, billion-dollar projects, million-dollar projects. I'm talking about you publishing a book. I'm talking about big achievements, things that it will cost you, because the bigger the price you are setting, the bigger the battle. Have you seen the kind of fight this guy fights to get that WrestleMania belt? So it has to be something huge. You know, I set a price for myself and for my team members. I have set this price years ago. Like, just to show you that some of the price you set are not short-time prices. So I've set that price there so that somehow, when we accomplish it and we reward ourselves, then maybe we begin to tell ourselves, maybe we should go try something in the moon. If we could do something this big, then let's try something bigger. Entrepreneurs, put a price on every accomplishment and reward yourself, because it will engage you and encourage you to set another target. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you is, have an attitude of gratitude. You know, reflect on things you are grateful for. In short, let me put it this way: wake up with a smile. How many of us wake up with a smile? Just think about what I just said. You woke up and you're like, oh, and you smile. You're just even happy to be alive. Guys, you did not pay for it. It is free. Sometimes you don't even need to pray and say thank you, anything. Just that gesture of gratitude that I'm alive today, with that smile, goes a long way. And let me even tell you one funny thing. An attitude of gratitude, grateful people, when you're appreciative, I bet you, do you know it makes you look beautiful? Do you know it makes you look better? Just look wise. You just look good. Just from being grateful. Just from waking up with a good vibe that I'm grateful. And let me tell you something. Even when you've got painful things happening, when you've got failures happening, when you have a lot of negativity happening around you, you know what you must do? I want you to extract the positivity out of the negativity. What is positive about the negative thing that happened? How? Should I break it down? Spin your negativity around. You just had an accident. You didn't die. That's a spin. I'm owing a lot of people money. I can eat. I've got food on my table. That's a spin. I'm so sick. I've got these deadly diseases. I'm so sick. I'm alive. That's a spin. So whatever the negativity is, just find the spinning part. Like, no, this situation is crazy. It's so bad, but it could have been worse because of this. For this particular one, I'm grateful. Wake up with that smile. Wake up with that attitude of gratitude. And they will see that proactivatedness. Then you can say, I am proactivated. Because when proactivated people move, you see confidence. You see professionalism at its optimal level. Like, this is not a normal level anymore. You see greatness. What I'm telling you is not far-fetched. Just Google champions. See how they walk. See how they move. See how they carry themselves around. This is what this would do to you. If you can put together, I think I told you about 7 things that you can put together that can help you be proactivated. Because when you are proactivated, you begin to function at the level even you yourself do not understand. Think about it. If you are competing with the world best, and you have boasted about it that you are competing with this thing, or this person, or this project, do you think you are normal again? You're not a local champion in your street or your neighborhood anymore. You're different. You're a global competitor of greatness. Guys, when you are proactivated, you have activated your professionalism to do things perfectly well, to act perfectly well, to react perfectly well, to have the attitude that people begin to wonder, what is wrong with you? Like, calm down, and like you don't understand. As easy as it sounds, say I am proactivated. I begin to function in a different realm. I am the best of the best. And with all this, I will make an impact. I cannot wait to see you function in greatness. I'm your biggest fan, and I love you all from the bottom of my heart. And I wish you guys all the very best as you go back and take over. You are proactivated. My name is Summy Francis, and I'm nothing without God.